September 490 BC. On the isolated plain of Marathon, the fate of the entire Western world hangs by a thread. A massive Persian fleet has just landed on the beaches of Attica, threatening to burn Athens to the ground. Facing this unstoppable superpower, an empire that had never been defeated in a major war, stands a desperate army of 10,000 Athenian citizen soldiers. They are outnumbered, outgunned, and terrified. In their darkest hour, Athens sends a champion runner, Miltiades, to beg the legendary Spartans for help. He runs 150 miles in just 2 days, arriving breathless at the gates of Sparta. But the Spartan answer is a devastating blow. Due to a sacred religious festival, their laws forbid them from marching to war until the full moon. Athens is left completely, utterly alone. Welcome back to the channel. After exploring the sacrifice of the 300 and the triumph of Salamis, today we go back to ground zero. This is the story of Marathon, the battle that saved democracy before it could even walk. To understand the stakes, we must look at the Persian Empire. Ruled by King Darius I, Persia was the global colossus of its time, stretching from modern-day Egypt all the way to India. Athens, by contrast, was a young, fragile experiment. They had only recently invented democracy, overthrowing their tyrants. To Darius, this tiny city-state was nothing more than an annoying fly that needed to be swatted. For 5 agonizing days, the two armies stared each other down across the plain of Marathon. The Greeks held the high ground in the hills, blocking the path to Athens. The Persians controlled the beach, waiting. The Persian commander, Datis, grew impatient. He knew that every day he waited, the Spartans might show up. So he made a risky strategic move that would change the course of history. Under the cover of darkness, Datis ordered his elite shock weapon, his devastating cavalry, to reload onto the ships. His plan? Sail around Cape Sunion and attack a defenseless Athens from behind. In the Greek camp, Ionian scouts who had deserted the Persians brought shocking news to the Athenian generals. The cavalry is away. One man among the 10 Athenian generals saw this as their only golden opportunity. His name was Miltiades. He knew that without Persian horses to flank them, the Greek heavy infantry stood a tactical chance. But Miltiades faced a massive problem. The Persian line was incredibly wide. If the Greeks marched out in a standard formation, the Persians would easily surround them and cut them to pieces. Miltiades made a stroke of military genius. He thinned out his center line to just a few ranks deep, making it intentionally weak. But he heavily reinforced his left and right flanks, packing them with his most brutal hoplites. On the morning of September 12th, the order was given. The Greeks lowered their spears. But instead of marching, Miltiades commanded his men to do something suicidal, to sprint the final mile directly at the enemy. The Persians watched in absolute disbelief. To them, a force charging on foot without archers or cavalry looked like pure madness. But as the bronze wall of Greek hoplites smashed into the Persian ranks, the laughter stopped. The Persian center, made of their finest troops, easily pushed back the weak Greek center, just as Miltiades expected. The Greeks began to retreat, drawing the Persians deeper into a trap. Suddenly, the trap snapped shut. The heavy Greek flanks crushed the Persian wings and wheeled inward, surrounding the Persian center from both sides. The hunter had become the helpless prey. Panic erupted. The Persian lines broke, and thousands fled in terror back toward the sea, chased down by vengeful Athenians. By the end of the day, over 6,000 Persians lay dead. The Greeks had lost fewer than 200 men. Marathon proved that the giant could bleed. It gave Greece the confidence to survive, to fight another day, and to build the golden age of philosophy, art, and freedom that still shapes our world today. What do you think was Miltiades' greatest move? Let me know in the comments below.